Henry Ford, you said you could have any color you want as long as it's black. This used to be my approach to shoes. I had nothing but black shoes. But I've changed and I found color and I found brown and chili and chestnut and mahogany and mid-brown and a number of others. And this is the story. Hey, I've organized all my playlists on this channel so that you're able to easily find different types of shoes, different brands of shoes, as well as finding all my shoe battles, worth the price shoe reviews, etc., all in one place. Enjoy. Hey everybody, Wisconsin Shoe Guy here, and I have a pair of shoes came in the mail today. So we're going to take a quick unboxing here. I have a collection of knives, so knives are never in shortage in my office. You can actually see behind me I have quite the collection of pocket knives right there, and so always in easy reach. To unwrap the package. Now today, this package is from the Noble Shoe of Stockholm. And I had been really kind of ogling this pair of Crockett and Jones catalog. It's a great addition. Same catalog that I get when I order direct from Crockett and Jones, but this is from the Noble Shoe. And this is the new catalog that I haven't seen yet, so I'm pretty excited about that. But as I look here, I had been looking at the James, which is a shoe from Crockett and Jones in their hand grade line, which is a tribute shoe for James Bond for his new movie that's coming out. And I wanted to take a look at these and see what they're like. This is the Weymouth versus the James. The James comes in a very special box. But if we look at this here, this is the Weymouth in 10. But it's also part of the hand grade line. The difference between this shoe and the James is this is a hole cut, and the James is a hole cut plain without a medallion. This has a medallion on the toe. And I got this. This was actually a discontinued model. They have now the Weymouth II. And so I was able to pick these up for a less expensive price. And as much as I like shoes, I am a victim to sales every now and then. You see this is a beautiful navy shoe bag, and they're very different than the green ones that come. And you see that like on the hand grades, these have these really heavy, like fishing weight edges on them instead of the little plastic ones that come on the green ones. So little small difference there, but worthy of note in any case. And this is the Weymouth. Now, the Alex and the James are both black hole cuts, and they're both on the same last as my Westbourne. And this is on a different last. This is a hand grade last, but the fit is supposed to be very similar. And I'll do, when I do a shoe battle or something like that, I'll actually do this with the Westbourne, so you can see the difference in the lasts. But it's very similar. It has a more rounded toe instead of the harsh toe, but it's still a chisel. Right? It's just a little bit more rounded and a little less square. So not an oval, not an almond. So I would still call that a little bit of a chisel. And as you look at the toe, it has a slight edge here as well, which I like. The heels, your traditional Crockett and Jones steel there. And then the sole, this is what makes hand grades different. Well, technically the leather is upgraded, the lining is upgraded, the sole is completely upgraded as well. It's supposed to be a different material, Now they do a blind stitch on the sole, and there is a very slight bevel on it as well. You can see that bevel. The bevel is not very discernible on the web when you're looking at the soles on the number of hand grade shoes. It was not discernible on the James at all. And as I looked at it, these come with spur laces, which is always nice. As I looked at it, they were, here's the other shoe, very nice. As I looked at it, I decided, hey, you know what, this isn't worth it. I didn't want to spend the money on the James. And so I had this whole plan in my head that I was going to buy a pair of Alex, and I was going to buy a pair of an Adelaide from them in Edgerton. That's it. My brain just blanked on me. Sorry about that. Edgerton that was also on the same, also a hand grade. And so I thought that was going to be my hand grade. But then I got such a good deal on these that instead of spending the money on the Edgerton, I actually invested that money instead in the Gaziano and Girling Thorpes that I'm wearing today. So it's definitely a trade-off, right? But I really like the Gaziano and Girling Thorpes, and so I was fortunate to get it. This is hand grade shoe tree. Now the shoe trees from Crockett and Jones are usually made of lime wood, and these are coated, so I can't really tell. Although you know, I've heard that the lime wood, even through the coatings, still absorbs quite a lot, and so we'll have to see how that works. And this is my only pair of black shoes. I had a pair of black Cornwallis before, and I decided that they were getting too big as my feet changed sizes, and so I decided to change to these. Now they had a medallion, and these have a medallion. They were Adelaides, so they had the U throughout, and this is plain. You know, this is a hole cut, and you know, hole cuts are nice. I had a choice, right? I was thinking of I could invest, spend about 4 times as much, and get a seamless hole cut. And I just made the decision that I'd rather have an extra pair of shoes rather than the seamless hole cut piece. For black shoes, right? You always want to choose a style, especially if you're like me and you really don't like black shoes and you want to have just one. You want to have first, always choose one that you really like, right? There's nothing worse than having a pair of shoes that you have to wear on formal occasions that you don't really like when you're a shoe guy, right? Just doesn't make sense at all. So think about that as you're deciding on what you want to do. Black is a very versatile color, but it's a very formal color, and it's not as versatile as brown. It doesn't dress down as well as brown. I mean, I have worn black with jeans, and you know, you can pull it off, but it's really a formal navy suit, black suit kind of thing. Now, when I was in my youth, I was a sales guy. I was out in the field, and I wore black suits every day. The grayest I wore was charcoal, okay? And I had black shoes. Okay, so I had 4 pairs black dress shoes. They were all on Edmonds, as you know if you watch my channel, and that's what I had in my arsenal. And so this is a big change for me because it's not an Allen Edmonds, my first black shoe that's not an Allen Edmonds, and it is my first blind stitch. Okay, certainly this is my first Crockett and Jones hand grade, so I'm very excited about that. And it's also a hole cut, and as you know, I have a few hole cuts, but I have a light brown hole cut. I have a like a cherry red hole cut that has some black dye on it, right, as part of the patina, and then I have a navy blue hole cut. So this is again a very, very formal type of shoe. By the way, my black cherry hole cut is an Enzo Bonafa and also has a medallion. The other 2 are plain. Okay? And so I'm super excited about this. As I just look at the shoe, you know, the fudging on this is really very nice. It's very subtle. It's under the seam, right? So sometimes you can see fudging along the seam here, but you can barely see it but if I hold the angle just right, you can see it on the inside there. See, there you go. It's just on the inside. I will do some pictures in natural light, which I'll add to my Instagram channel, and you'll be able to see that as well. But this is an exciting shoe, definitely something worth picking up, and definitely worth taking a look at. So again, this is the Weymouth. You can find a Weymouth II. I'm going to do my best to put at the beginning of the video a price page for the Weymouth I, if I can find it. Otherwise, I will do a price on the Weymouth II. Like with all English shoes, you need to shop around, right? Crockett and Jones has a website; they sell direct, but you have to look at it and be careful. So be certain of what you're finding, and then make sure that you find someplace that you can buy from that's either a US site or it's a company that doesn't charge VAT if you're buying from the US. That way all you pay is your regular use tax here. So this is Wisconsin Shoe Guy. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support and watching the videos. Give us a like if you think that this is valuable, and if you have comments, you have questions, I'm always happy to help, either on the YouTube, on my Instagram channel, or which is also WI Shoe Guy, or just reach out to me at wishoeguy@gmail.com. I'm happy to chat with you. I'm all about shoes, always happy to do it. I do have a job, right? So I'm very rarely will I be able to respond during the day, but I do my best. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful day, and thanks again for watching.